Let's bring in President of the California Professional Firefighters, Brian Rice. He's also the chair of the California Fire Foundation. Welcome, Brian.
Good morning,
Welcome,
and thank you for having me.
Thank you for being here. We know this is a trying time for you all. Oh, Alicia, I think Alicia has the question for you.
Yeah,
okay.
Just help us understand the intensity of these fires, what's driving the intensity of these fires, how you track fires like this, and the extent to which firefighters find themselves at the mercy of the wind.
So we'll talk about what drives these fires. And Alicia, you mentioned it. It is the wind. And imagine trying to fight a fire in hurricane force winds without the rain. And they drive the fire. Not only do they drive it in speed, but that inflow of oxygen, it helps the fire create its own weather at the site and then out ahead of it. And it intensifies the heat and it spreads the radiant heat. And when you get winds that are predicted for today, you know, they're talking about 35 to 40 mile an hour sustained and up to 80 mile an hour on the ridge tops. If those winds hit like that, the game changes, and firefighting is going to, it'll be intense, but it'll also be getting people out of harm's way. The resiliency of the firefighters, here's what we know. There's nobody else coming. It's us. And I mean the people on the line. We're getting help from out of state. We're getting help from the National Guard. The governor, state Cal OES has intensified the response. There's probably 14,000 firefighters on the ground today, over 1,700 fire engines, water tenders, 80 aircraft. So the men and women on the line know that those resources are coming in behind them. It bolsters their morale. It bolsters their resiliency. But the biggest thing is, you guys showed at the top of the hour that young family that lost their home. We see that every day in person, and firefighters don't lose. And when we see families like that, no matter how tired we are, if we're on hour 80 or 90, it just re-energizes us to double down on our effort.
Brian, I am struck by the fact that the firefighters who are fighting these fires in California, they're also protecting their own neighborhoods and own homes. Many of the men and women who have put themselves on the front lines, some of them have lost their homes. Can you talk to us a little bit about how you all are providing resources, not just to communities, but to the firefighters who are fighting these fires themselves? And people are wondering, I mean, even the president-elect, he tweeted, he posted on his social media site a version of, why can't they just put out the fires? This is not like a fire breaking out on your stove in the kitchen. Can you just explain even further about how this is not just something someone can run up and put out, and you all are literally battling against Mother Nature?
Simone, that's exactly right. It is a firefight. It is a fight against nature. And until somebody can have control over the wind, we're at the mercy of the weather right now. I try to really stay away from the social media tweets. It does get very frustrating. I didn't follow the tweet on X, but I followed a newspaper article from a print media, and they were quoting a congressman from Ohio who probably has little to no experience with a wildfire, and certainly not a California wildfire, but opining that the federal government should stop aid until we control the fire problem. People need to understand fire's been a part of the nature of California in this country since the beginning of time. When you add people, there's 40 million people in California, changes the fuel load. You can't manage every acre of forest land. And this is not a forest fire. This is a brush fire that transitions at the higher levels to more forested areas, at the lower level to urban areas and urban conflagration areas. When the wind is blowing and the fire gets ahead of steam, you are not going to stop it. California firefighters are the best in the world at fighting this type of a fire. And right now, you mentioned it, the mayor of LA and the fire chief, everything is settled down. Tensions are high everywhere. And it's really easy to let that get in front of things. Locally, that's ramped down. Everybody is focused on really two things that are, number one, the most important: getting our community out of harm's way and taking care of and putting this damn fire out. And until the weather changes for us, people can say and talk and do all they want, but we're at the mercy of the weather right now. You talked about the efforts. Yes, I'm the president of the California Fire Foundation. I was on the ground at the Eaton fire yesterday at the evacuation center in Pasadena, passing out what we call our SAVE cards, and it's a prepaid MasterCard. It's very small, $250, but I interacted with hundreds of residents of the Altadena area that lost their home. And when you see the grace and the determination and having people ask me, how are you? How are the firefighters? And you're dealing with somebody who's lost everything. That's who we need to take our inspiration from and double down, because that's who we're here for. As far as the foundation goes, we're expending the resources we have. We're getting resources in. We're going to be there. If people are looking for a donation, I'm not necessarily wanting to do a pitch, but the CaliforniaFireFoundation.org, those donations, we go right directly into the community as low down as we can get to have the most effect on the citizens. We're just in one of those spots in our nation, you know, with social media and instant news and everything. You just don't know who's talking or if they know what they're talking about. And I would caution people, don't buy into stuff, really stick to trusted sources. And, you know, we're trying to just stay out of that fray and focus on the job. The leadership in this area, it's tense. We got through that. Our focus is not shifted. It's doubled down, get the fire out, save the community, start the rebuild.
All right, Brian Rice, thank you very much. Really appreciate it. Stay safe and all the best to the firefighters out there.